Hey everybody, welcome back to Audible Orgy. And as I promised, and I'm grateful for her to doing this, I got Rasheena Nash on my
Hello,
show. And
everybody.
for those who know her and love her, we've worked with her before here in Atlanta, and then she just upped and left us and went to the West Coast.
Didn't happen quite like that, but we'll get into it.
Well, I'm gonna be dramatic about it because it was hard. It was hard,
Oh,
you
I
know.
miss my Atlanta people too.
Yes, we miss you greatly. But thank you for being a part of my show. I'm grateful to have you on here. As I stated to you guys before, she is a writer. And if I left out one little tidbit, she's also a director. So,
Woo, woo.
she got her hands dipped in quite a few pools there. But what I want to start off asking you is what drew you to this crazy industry that we are in?
Well, when I was 12 years old, my dad bought me a camera and I watched him film everything and it's crazy to tell the story. Today is actually his birthday, so it's perfect
Oh,
timing.
oh, happy
He
birthday,
passed
Dad.
away, but he really, played a big role in helping push me to go after my dreams. So I get a camera and film everything to the point, at school, I would ask my teacher, "Hey, can I film my project instead of doing a poster board?" And she
Okay.
was like, "Okay." Never had a kid ask me that. So I was filming everything and that same teacher told me, she said, you could be a director, and started taking me to film festivals, introduced me to like poetry and all kind of different things that just really played into creating the person that I am today. So when I got my first opportunity, it was doing costumes. I was a
Okay.
costume PA. Well, actually, my that was my first set opportunity. My first opportunity in the business was working on an independent feature. I was the director and the producer's assistant, and
Nice.
built relationships from there. And then went on to enter competitions and different things that opened up other doors that led to me working on set. And I worked on the Vampire Diaries for the first season, and
Nice.
from there just kept trying my hand at everything I could on set. But ultimately, I knew that my goal was to be a writer and a director. And so I was always writing, I was always shooting something on the weekends. And then finally, it paid off, and I ended up getting into the Cannes Film Festival back in 2016.
I
And that,
remember.
yeah, remember when I was doing that short?
Yeah, I remember. That was
At
that
that
was
time, I had no clue what Cannes was.
and that was a big deal because of Can is one of the biggest ones out there. So I was actually really excited for you when you said that you got in there. So that was awesome.
Yeah. And I'm just a little black girl from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Just, oh, okay, I'll do that. I'll try that, and just continuing to expand as a storyteller. So now here I am. I've written for Disney Channel, Raven's Home, a Roald Dahl project with Netflix,
Nice.
Nickelodeon. I have a show that's currently going through a green lighting process, so fingers crossed. I'm also writing music now for different television shows, jingles,
Nice.
and also even Broadway. So it's
But
writing.
oh, wow, you're doing a lot more writing out there than I've anticipated. I knew you were doing certain shows because, like, I believe Coco Million was another one.
Oh
The
yeah, Coco Melon as well. Yeah,
Yeah, so I knew you were doing, but that's a lot, girl. That's a lot of writing. Don't
I love it.
don't
I
your
love
fingers
it.
get cramped?
Yes, look. That's why I had to push our call today. Cause it's like, oh, now I gotta go to the chiropractor because these wrists are like,
But you know what? That just shows how large your creativity is. How much is because I know for me, I'm more of a visual creative person, but as a writer, I'm sure your brain is like always on overload because I know you have to be traveling with a pad and pen. You have to be.
Oh,
I
definitely.
I can't think of you not.
Look, it's never far. You see, it's never far.
Red Bull TV is now available for streaming on
Oh,
Echo Show.
Oh, oh,
sorry.
that's
Alexa wanted to join us.
okay. Alexa, help the dog in the back. He looks like he needs some help in there.
Oh, she's sunbathing, just living the dream.
Hey, that's okay. I
Everybody
know.
say hi, Bliss. It's my
Hi.
muse.
Oh, that's so cool. But so now with everything that's happening, especially in LA for you, how is your writing going now? Like, because I know everything's on a back burner there. So, because
Yeah.
you can't write really too much unless you're
I
doing
can,
your
well,
own
here's the
stuff.
thing. I can write, but I can only write for me. But it's
Yes.
actually been a blessing because I didn't realize that since I became a professional writer 4 years ago, that I wouldn't be writing for myself anymore. And
Yep.
so this has actually been a really great, refreshing time as far as my creativity flow.
Okay.
So since we've been in our new lockdown, because I'm not allowed to have meetings, I'm not allowed to, of course, sell anything. And
Yeah.
as my pen says, Writers Guild on strike. I'm a
Strike.
proud
Yeah.
WGA member. I believe in the union and I believe in labor unions, and I support IATSE, the
IATSE
Teamsters,
right
the
here.
DBA,
Four
a
479 right
tag,
here.
you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to 479 that gave me my first union experience, and I understand the value in that
Yeah.
camaraderie. So I definitely stand in solidarity and just have been. It's been difficult, not gonna lie, not being able to work. It's going on almost 4 months,
Yeah.
and I've noticed a lot of my friends that are writers have been, it's a trying time. They don't want to write anything, not even for themselves. And so I host like little writers retreats for people to just
Okay.
come and we help each other, work on each other's scripts, read them out loud. I'm getting ready to actually start a podcast of my own
Sweet.
where we will be accepting scripts from people and they
Okay.
can have their scripts read aloud by real actors. We're going back in time. So it'll be like the old school radio shows,
There you
but
go.
reading scripts and we'll do sound design and everything. So it's going to be super cool. It's called Ear Movies. And we're recording our first podcast episode next, this Sunday. This Sunday.
Congratulations. Awesome. Hey, you heard
Thank
it here
you.
first. You heard it here
Heard it
first.
here
So
first.
keep an ear out for her podcast, so help support the writers, listen to her stuff,
Yes.
listen to them reading their scripts. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you still get to do your create. And this is actually a good opportunity for all writers to work on their own stuff. I know a few people that are actually working a lot on their own stuff, shooting their
Mhm.
own stuff, which is what needs to happen right about now. Because, I love working in the industry, but it does take away from you being your authentic self and being
What you
as
signed up
creative.
for?
It is what you signed up for. It is.
Is what you, but I'm saying it in that you signed up for this with a dream of your
Yeah.
own, not knowing that there would be so much time spent on other people's dreams, which is fine because you learn so much,
Yeah.
you can make your money to invest in yourself, but you also um you have to know when it's time to do you
Yeah.
and to believe in you again. And as a Black creative, a lot of times we definitely get lost in the flow of
We
other
do.
people.
Yes, we do.
And, you need people like the me's of the world who have no problem saying, hey, but did you know that this person also does such and such? Because that's honestly how you get on a lot of times, how you build those relationships and what you do once you get in the door, that's on you.
Yeah.
You got to do the follow through, you got to do the work, you got to go through the pain in your fingers for it, but it's worth it in the end.
That's
I'm
true.
believing so, you know?
No, you are absolutely correct, because I would have to say that's the one thing I love about being on set, because that's how I met you, and that's how
Mhm,
I meet a lot of people, and that's where I gain my inspiration to keep pushing forward to do my own stuff. Hence me starting this podcast, because I got lost in the shuffle, and it took
mhm,
lockdown for me to be like, okay, I got to start doing stuff for me again.
mhm.
And it's kind of like I'm looking to shoot my short, you know. I actually
Oh, that's
found,
cool.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I found someone, a scripty, go over my script for me, break it down so that we can start getting the ball rolling to shoot it, because I have time.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So that's all a part of it. And that's
No
it.
risk, no reward.
And that is actually the scary part, is, you have to take that risk. And you're correct. No risk, no reward. But how has it been on the front lines? Did you go out today, or were they striking today, or no?
Yeah, I usually I try to go once a week. It's hot.
Yes, it is. Make sure you stay
Hot,
hydrated. Stay
you know.
hydrated.
But it's something powerful in being with a group in solidarity that want the best for you, that are fighting the same fight as you, to be able to relate to, because people think that writers are making those numbers that they printed, like in the article last week.
Yeah,
They printed that we're making 9,000 a week and they're offering us 7. Guys, that is a small percent of people making that. The rest of us, which were in the fine print, will still be making the crumbs if we don't keep fighting.
yeah,
And streaming has changed the way that residuals come through. And there will be times where, as a writer, you may not work for a year.
yeah,
And you need that to live off of. You know what I'm saying? There are some exceptions. You got your Ryan Murphys who created American Horror Story, who's making millions of dollars and stuff,
yeah,
but that is an exception to the rule. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so what we're fighting is for a livable wage. We're required to live in the 2 most expensive cities in our country, Los Angeles and New York City. And to do that, it takes a lot more. We have to uproot our families and just, as for me, like my whole family is in the South on the
yeah,
East Coast, and I'm far, even a trip home is expensive. And, but we do this because we love it.
hmm,
And what I think that the strike lines are doing too, they're reminding people of the love that we have for it,
yeah,
including us.
yeah.
Because sometimes you get so caught up into the minutia of stuff that you forget why you
Why you
signed up
signed
for
up?
this. And
Yeah,
it's like, I love this. I love making Black children feel seen and heard,
yeah,
loved. I love being able to encourage somebody who was ready to give up. And I'm just looking at this time as my time to show what I'm willing to sacrifice, what I'm willing to do for my gift and what I believe in, because I believe this is going to change the world.
yeah. I hear that. I definitely hear that. Dang, I did not know you guys were required to live in LA and New York, though. I did not know
Oh
that
yeah.
part.
It's an unspoken rule. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can say, "Oh yeah, I live in Atlanta," and they'll say, "Okay, well when you gonna make it to LA?"
You got a point there. You do
You
have
know
a
what I'm
point there.
saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's just what it is. And especially now that COVID is over. But it's like a job. What people don't understand. So television writing is not, you live on this whimsical island and you just create these worlds and you swap ideas. It's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You don't get paid overtime, but if we got an episode coming and we got to grind it out, we're there till it's done. So it's a
mm,
job,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
That it is. It's a dream job, and you gotta have the brain for it. That's for
Oh,
sure.
for sure, for
And get
sure.
and get those words right.
But you
And
also got to have the experience. I'm so grateful for my time working in production offices because I understand enough of the business side so when the line producer comes in and is like, "Hey, Rashina, for your episode, I know you want to go big, you wanted to do this, but is there any way that same guy can just put on a mask and be done?" And it's like, no, But the writer in me feels like that, but also because I've been a production manager, I can say, you know what? All right, I understand because me making that sacrifice is gonna pay a PA who needs the overtime. You know what I'm saying? Like just the
Yeah.
little things. So I have a different heart for it and a different approach to it.
And I guess it helped it, yeah, because the fact that you wore so many hats, because when I remember when I met you, you were a director's assistant.
Mhm.
So it's you had the experience of everything, like the craziness of being in the office and being on the set. So yeah, for you, you have an advantage over some of those writers, I guess.
Oh yeah. And sometimes they just don't know, but what I really love that I see out here in LA is the camaraderie and
Hmm.
also the extra lengths that sometimes the studio will go through to make it right. Like hiring consultants and
Yeah.
having deeper conversation and what does this mean? We aren't just trying to sell a product, So I appreciate those nuances too.
Okay. Did you run into any of the AI situation or no? Or
No, I haven't, cause I can outright AI, baby. You give me AI and I give it chips. You feel me? I was writing on AI level in the 6th grade. Okay,
okay, you let them know that, please. You let them know. You can outright the AI.
I
Thank
can
you.
outright any AI.
I just think that that's the part that's killing me. I know someone that actually used it, and I said, okay, but how did it read?
It reads very amateur. It's very basic. It's you have to even know prompt engineering to even get it to another level, and it'll take a writer to do that. And guess what? I'm not doing that. You can just pay me to do it. I already got it.
So where can we see Rashina going later in life now? You know, I'm looking for that big project from you.
Um,
When can
well, I've had some things cooking up during the strike, working on my stuff, and I'm gonna be very excited to take it out when the strike is over. So hopefully you'll be seeing me in the animation space. You'll be seeing me in the movie space more. Um, and then also I've been working on the getting the funding for my first feature film to direct. So that's something that I'm looking forward to.
okay,
And
okay,
hopefully things go
can
through and we can
can you bring it just can you
yeah, I was
bring
about to say, and if things go the way that we're planning, hopefully by the end of this year we'll be filming it in Atlanta. So
because you know I'm
that's
gonna
the
come and
next big thing.
knocking. I need my
Come
job.
come knock.
I need my
Yes.
job. I need my job. Come on now. Need my job. See?
So that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
Because you know you're gonna have a whole bunch of Jakari gonna be knocking. Everybody gonna be
You
knocking.
know, and
We gonna
I'll be
be
like, open the doors. It would be a dream come true to shoot something with my Atlanta crew that I'm directing or that I've written. That would
what?
just be like a dream.
What? You kidding me? You'd have so many people at your door. It's like, come on now. We're all just waiting on you to come and say, all right, I got the jobs for you guys. And we'd be like,
Let's
all
go.
right,
Right.
let's go. We're ready.
It's coming. I'm coming out swinging. You hear me? I've been working on some really creative stuff, some really timely stuff. I'm a mom as well, and my daughter being a teenager has just opened up another interest. I realized that my
Okay,
work growth has
hold
been
on.
growing up with her.
Hold on a minute. You just said teenager.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my,
girl. The
oh
baby
my,
is 14.
oh my God. Oh, my heart can't.
Going on 34. Okay.
Okay. Oh my God. She's a, oh Lord. Yes.
Hmm.
Dang.
You remember the baby on set? Not anymore.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh Lord. Speaking of which, is she
Yeah.
following in your footsteps? She writing?
She's doing her own thing. and she has a lot of different talents and in the arts as well as in she has a passion for animals and just some
Okay.
things that I never even thought about. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting to see who she grows up to be
Oh
for
my
sure.
God. Lord, teenager. Oh God.
Mhm. So
Thomas.
now a lot of my content is teenager, young adult.
Okay.
When she was little, it was the Disney of it all, the Disney Channel, and now
Yep.
she's older. I'm leaning into that world, and soon I'll be able to grow up too. She's like, "Mom, you're 11 on a good day.
Oh wow.
It's my toys." You know what I mean? I can't argue.
Wherever the muse is, that's what's gonna be. So yeah. Yeah, she's always,
Yeah.
oh my God. Oh God, 14. Whoo. Wow, we gonna graduate and go to college soon.
Hmm. Yes,
Mm-mm.
indeed.
Oh, that's a scary thought. Oh my God, where's the time going? Oh God.
It is flying by.
Actually, and when I see pictures of her, she's as tall as you.
I know. We don't have to talk about that. Like,
So,
let's let that go. Okay.
sorry, sorry. That's the only thing that reminds me that she's growing is okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We don't have to talk about it, okay? She could be
Uh,
1 inch taller than me. You could be better, but 1 inch.
just want it. Okay, we're gonna let her have that 1 inch.
Yeah, 1 inch, okay?
Just 1 inch. Okay.
All right.
No. Okay. I'm sorry. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. Lord. But I do hope everything works out for you with this strike because I've been
Thank you.
praying that it goes well because IATSE's negotiations will be up soon too. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's important that the writer's strike ends well for the
yeah,
rest of the industry
yeah,
because although the DGA made their deal, which is great, this is going to set precedent
yeah,
even for them in the next 3 years because we negotiate every 3 years.
yeah,
So, it's important for every union to
yeah.
follow our lead. I always say the WGA is like the mom of the industry. And if y'all don't take care of mama,
Oh yeah,
you can't expect anybody to be taken care of, one. And two, mama takes care of you.
that's true. That is true because
you
without
know,
mom, you ain't gonna have a director. You ain't gonna have
like
no
that old
actor.
Chicago song, you'll
Yeah,
be good to mama. Mama's good to you.
you're right. That is correct. That is correct. Oh my God. But thank you so much for
No
your
problem. This is fun
insight.
anytime.
This is fun. I'm gonna have to bring you back on here maybe after the strike ends and
Okay,
we
yeah.
can talk about some more what's going on out there and
Okay.
about your upcoming and because that way you can actually give more information.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So,
That would
but
be good.
that would be fantastic. But thank you. Appreciate you being on here.
Yeah. Oh,
Everyone,
I do want to say one last
go
thing.
for it, mama.
I have a short film that's been on a little festival tour this summer called "I Pray This Works,"
Oh yes, that is true. Yes,
and
yes, yes.
I've been nominated for Best Director,
Whoop,
which
whoop.
is super exciting. Got to work with an old friend, the same lead from my short film, My Last
Oh
Day, that
yeah.
was in Cannes.
Yeah.
Got casted in this even before I was hired. So it was cool to, get to work with an old friend, Donnie Carrington. And we'll be doing a premiere of the short in Atlanta this
Okay.
fall. So I'll keep you posted on that.
All right. So Atlanta, we're gonna keep an eye out for this.
Yeah.
Support my girl so we can
Yep.
get some more
Yep.
work out of her.
You
See?
know?
But thanks again.
No problem.
Everyone tune in and I'll be back another week with another episode. Take care.